Reach up. And drop. Go ahead and sit back, keep your back straight. Slowly rotate your head to the right. Nice and smooth. Make sure you do those cracks. Yeah, go the opposite way to your left. All right, now let's loosen up those shoulders. Let's do some shoulder rolls, all right? All right, let's start off backwards. So roll to the back, nice and slow. Now go forward. All right, now let's shake it off real quick, okay, you guys? Let's start jumping, let's start working up our voices. Now let's do some bumps. Start warming up a little bit, okay? So. Now let's do some humming and extend to an ah, okay? One more time. Pat yourself down. All right. Ready? Let's do it. Sorry. All right, everyone have a seat.
I see you are here for your Hebrew lesson.
I'm ready to learn.
Now, the first thing you must understand is that Hebrew and English have words that sound alike, but they don't mean the same thing.
Sure, I understand.
Now, don't be too quick to say that.
How stupid do you think I am? Don't answer that. It's simple. Some of the words in Hebrew sound like the words in English, but they don't mean the same thing.
Precisely.
We have a word in English too. So what does it mean in Hebrew?
No, precisely. It's an English word.
I didn't come in to learn English. I came in to learn Hebrew. So, make it the Hebrew.
Fine. Let's start with me.
You.
No, me.
Fine. We'll start with you.
No, we'll start with me.
Okay. Have it your way.
Now, me is who?
You is Abbott.
No, me is who?
You is Abbott.
You don't understand.
I don't understand. Did you just say me as who?
Yes, I did. Me is who?
You is Abbott.
No, you misunderstand what I'm saying. Tell me about me.
Well, you're a nuts enough guy.
No, tell me about me.
Who?
Precisely.
Precisely what?
Precisely who?
It's precisely whom.
No, me is who?
Don't start that again. Go on with something else.
All right. Who is he?
Who is he?
Yes.
I don't know. Who is he?
Sure you do. You just say it.
I just said what?
Who is he?
Who is he?
Precisely.
Again with precisely. Precisely who?
No, precisely he.
Precisely he? Who is he?
Precisely.
But what about me?
Who?
Me.
Who?
What are you? An owl? Me. Who is me?
No. Who is he?
I don't know, maybe he is me.
No! He, she!
Do his parents know about this?
About what?
About her?
What about her?
That she is he.
No, you got it wrong. He, she!
Then who is he?
Precisely!
Who?
He,
Me?
who?
He?
She!
Who is she?
No! Who is he?
I don't care who is he. I want to know who is she.
No! That's not right!
How can it not be right? I just said it. I was standing right here when I said it. And I know me.
Who?
Who?
Precisely!
Me. Me is that he you're talking about. He is me.
No! He is she!
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm trying to learn a little Hebrew and I can't even speak English at this point. Can I review?
Go ahead.
Okay. So first, you want to know me as who.
Correct?
And then you say, who is he?
Absolutely.
And now you're saying that he is she.
Precisely!
Now, look at this logically. If me is who, and who is he, and he is she, don't it stand reason that me is she?
Who?
She.
That is he.
Who is he?
Precisely!
I just about had it. I had it. You got me confused. I want to go home now. Do you know what I want? Ma.
What?
I said ma.
What?
What are you, deaf? I want ma.
What?
Not what. Who?
He.
Not he. Ma is not he.
Of course not. Who is he?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care. Who is he? She is she. Me is who. Ma is what. I just want to go home now and play with my dog.
Fish.
Fish?
Dog is fish.
That's all. I'm out of here.
See?
See.
Have you ever sailed across an ocean, Donald? On a sailboat surrounded by sea, with no land in sight, without even the possibility of sighting land for days to come, to stand at the helm of your destiny. I want that one more time. I want to be in the Piazza del Campo in Siena to feel the surge as 10 racehorses go by. I want another meal in Paris at L'Avency at the Place de Vosges. I want another bottle of wine, and then another. I want the warmth of a woman in a cool set of sheets. One more night of jazz at the Vanguard. I want to stand on summits and smoke Cubans and feel the sun on my face for as long as I can. Walk on the wall again, climb the tower, ride the river, stare at the frescoes. I want to sit in the garden and read one more good book. Most of all, I want to sleep. I want to sleep like I slept when I was a boy. Give me that just one more time. That's why I won't allow that punk out there to get the best of me, let alone the last of me. Scene.
Look here, doctor. I remember a priest, certainly Irish, a nice-looking priest, who was sleeping in the sun one November day, with his arm on the corner of the bench of a public garden. He was lost in the golden delight of the mild sunny air, which must have seemed for him almost summery. One may be sure that in that moment, he did not know any more that he was a priest. or even where he was. He was dreaming. The little boy walked with the flower in his hand. He touched the priest with it here on the neck. I saw him open his laughing eyes, while all his mouth smiled with the beauty of his dream. He was forgetful of everything. But all at once he pulled himself together and stretched out his priest cassock. And there came back to his eyes the same seriousness which you have seen in mine. Because the Irish priests defend the seriousness of their Catholic faith with the same zeal with which I defend the sacred rights of the hereditary monarchy. I am cured, gentlemen, because I can act the man back to perfection here. And I do it very quietly. I'm only sorry for you that have to live your madness so agitatedly, without knowing it or seeing it. See.
I don't think I ever told you about the most terrible of my little tantrums. When I attacked my brother and sisters. Like you, I have one brother and two sisters. But the difference between mine and yours is that mine are dead. My mother had 3 miscarriages before I was born. And being of a rather morbid state of mind, she kept the results in a cupboard, in her bedroom, preserved ominously enough in alcohol. And there they were, Nicholas, Stephanie, and Elisa, stacked away on the top shelf in 3 enormous jars. I'll never forget the first time I came across them, when I was just a small boy. I was fooling around in the bedroom, burrowing away in the cupboard, which I never dared do before, when I came across these 3 great jars. The light was really bad, and I couldn't really make out what was inside of them at first. And so I grabbed a chair and I stood on it. I suddenly saw 3 little puckered people lined up, staring at me in a strangely knowing way. I didn't know what they were. I had dimly associated them with preserved plums, and for weeks after that, my stomach would always turn over whenever we had those. But when I found out that they were my own flesh and blood, they assumed a monumental importance in my life. I remember I used to watch Mother dusting them every Thursday and consult them on all matters of the moment. Not that they were helpful or anything. They just remained expressionless and inscrutable at all times as the years wore on. I then began to detect a certain superciliousness in their attitude, a kind of amused contempt for their younger brother, which became very wounding. The older I got, the more I resented them. But they had a right to be complacent, I thought. They didn't know any better. They didn't have it easy. But they had no right to despise me for being less fortunate than they were. When Mother had told me how difficult and dangerous my birth had been, I often felt that there had been a big mistake, and that my place was up there with them, meditating quietly and being dusted on Thursdays. If any of you had lived, then I wouldn't have had to, and now it's all your fault. I used to tell them, as they looked back at me smug, skeptical, and unblinking. I envied their peace. One night, just a couple years ago, I got very drunk. I was at the very bottom of the pit, and things couldn't have been blacker. And as it happens from time to time, I got a nasty attack of vomit. I was racking out blood and bits of all the accumulated muck I've been pouring into myself for years. I had wished I was dead. You know how it goes. It's the worst. And that's when I get violent and I see things for how they really are. And so I went up to the cupboard, I looked at Nicholas, Stephanie, and Elisa, just sitting there wise and glowing, and so I picked up my stick and I smashed those jars. I smashed them. I remember being saturated in alcohol, and a glimpse of them grotesquely marooned in their broken jars before I passed out. The next morning when I woke up and I looked over, they were back. Just as before, they were back in identical jars, and my mother never said a word about it. If it weren't for the look of active dislike that I saw on their faces the next time I went to go see them, then I would have been inclined to assume that the whole thing was a ghastly dream. But it wasn't. See.
Hello, Ted. You look well.
I feel like shit, but thanks anyways. So do you.
How's the new job?
It's fine. Would you look at us, Joanna? Like any old married couple having dinner. Who'd believe it?
Yes. How's Billy?
He's great. Except he fell and he cut his face. He has a scar, Joanna, from about here to here. I can't help but feel that somehow it's all my fault. I feel like I could have done something more. Stopped it.
You can't tell it from a distance, Ted.
What?
I've seen him.
You have?
A few times. Sometimes I sit in that coffee shop across the street and watch when you take him to school. He looks like a terrific kid.
He is. I'm sorry, you sat in that coffee shop across from the school?
Watching my son, Ted. I've been living in New York for the past 2 months.
You've been living here in the city?
Ted, the reason I wanted to see you, I want Billy back.
You want what?
I want my son. I'm through sitting in coffee shops looking at him from across the street. I want my son.
Damn it, Joanna. Are you out of your mind? You're the one who left him, remember?
Ted, listen to me. You and I, we had a really crappy marriage. Look, don't get so defensive, okay? It was probably as much my fault as it was yours. Anyway, when I left, I was really screwed up.
Joanna, I really don't give a...
Ted, all my life, I've either been somebody's daughter, somebody's wife, or somebody else's mother. Then all of a sudden, I was a 32-year-old, highly neurotic woman who had just walked out on her husband and child. I went to California because that was about as far away I can get. Only I guess it wasn't far enough, so I started going to a shrink. Ted, I've had time to think. I've been through some changes. I've learned a lot about myself.
Such as? But what's one thing you've learned about yourself, Joanna? I'd really like to know. One thing, okay? Just tell me one goddamn thing you've learned.
I've learned that I want my son.
Joanna, go get married. Go be a mother. Don't get married. Don't be a mother. I really don't give a damn, but leave me and my baby out of it.
Ted, if you can't discuss this rationally.
Joanna, go fuck yourself.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sarah Goodman, and I'm an alcoholic. I've been sober for half an hour, not including the 15 minutes that I spent here, which in my mirror in the sixth existence has been shattered in a miracle irony. My one and only car was stolen right in front of my apartment building. I was evicted from my apartment because I wouldn't date my landlord's son. My boyfriend of 6 years dumped me and my best friend. I was fired from the one and only job I was able to keep. Oh, and my pet rat Ralph got eaten by a cobra that was escaped from the zoo this morning. But you know, this is where alcohol really, really helps to cope with emotion, to cope with anything, really. And on my way over here, I was on the phone with my mother, and the reception was so bad that she mistakenly thought I'm late was I'm gay. So now my conservative Christian family disowned me. So forget them. Forget boyfriends, forget landlords, forget parents, forget them all. No one can ever can do what alcohol does for me. It's the only thing that's been there. It's the only thing that fills that void. What's the point of this association? It's just another communist where it destroys the things that make us unique. I mean, why do I know it? And you know it. I mean, this is one of those cases where alcohol really, really does help. And isn't that what life's all about, making you happy? What makes you happy? I mean, I think I'm the happiest when I'm drunk. See?
She's just letting off secret. We just started looking up right now. Let's just go.
Are you coming?
Yes. Who is it?
Officer Murphy,
Why'd you let the man on bail?
I didn't let her out. It's a standard procedure until the jury finds you guilty, you are free, and you can post bail.
The guy on TV made it sound like I did a live sex show.
Well, it's not the first time it's going to happen. May I come in?
Yeah, come on in.
The bartender at the dugout said you were free. You were sick.
You're looking for me? Oh, well, I have to go to the doctor, and nobody at work knows. Want a seat? Want something to drink? I could really use a drink.
No, thank you.
Oh, just move out the rough edges a little bit. Listen, what time were you born?
I already told you, I don't believe in that astrology.
Oh well, so what? I do. So what time?
At night, 7 p.m. August night,
Where?
Portland. Do you always need something to smooth out of the edges?
No. Sometimes I think I hit out a car or something. Why? Want some?
Did you drink something before when you went to the meal or smoke anything?
Half a joint. Couple of beers. Nothing heavy.
How you were dressed?
What's that supposed to mean?
Does mean that you dress provocatively, showing a lot of cleavage, seen from lows?
What the fuck difference does it matter how I was dressed? They tore it off of me.
But the way that you dress made them think that they could have sex with you. Did you put in a show?
What the hell are you talking about? You saw me at the hospital. What? You think I asked for that? Is that what you think? If that's what you think, you get out of my house.
Why didn't tell me to have a record?
I ain't got no record.
Do you want to tell me about it?
Alright, look. I was helping my girlfriend move a U-Haul. She was going to New Jersey. We ran into this cop, right? And he starts going through her stuff in the bag, finds half a gram of coke. It was nothing big. It was in her desk, not my desk. It was her stuff, not mine.
So, why is he stealing the books?
I don't know, you tell me. I mean, my record was definitely
Wipe out?
like that.
Have you ever made love to more than one man at a time?
What the fuck kind of question is that?
This is the kind of question you are going to be asked on the stand. You are also going to be asked if Larry or any other man has ever hit you and if you like it. You are also going to be asked about your drug costs and how many drinks you have a day to smooth out the edges, and how many jumps. And how often did you go to the bar, whether or not you were on the or you go there? And how many visits you have had, and how many abortions you have had. All these questions are going to be object on the stand. And the jury, they will say if you are victim or not.
That ain't fair.
Sir, you are a witness, and this is a mechanism to show the jury that you are a blatant witness because you are a blatant character.
I got a rotting character? You ain't gonna defend me because I'm some low-class bimbo, right?
Well, I didn't say that.
Will those bastards go to jail?
Is that what you want?
I want those motherfuckers away forever.
See.
See?
Tonight, I want you to meditate on the image of an iceberg. You know why I want you to do that?
Because I'm cool?
No.
I know I'm not.
I'm talking that you're an iceberg and that 10% of your mass is below the surface.
I know, I'm heavy. I am.
I'm talking about who you are. It's metaphor. Accounting, business, all that's much of a small part of a much richer, deeper album. One more. It's going to be loud in there, so this is our chance to break the touch barrier in a non-sleazy way. So get to where it's close. Ask her if she'd like a drink. Lean in. Place your hand in the small of her back and say in her ear like a secret. But watch your hand placement. Too high says, I just want to be friends. Too low says, I just want to grab some ass.
Friends, ass, me.
Special issues. Allegra Cole is a celebrity, which means when people talk to her, they'll ignore you completely. She's classy, so she'll introduce you. When she does, speak up. Shake hands hard. Show her that you can be her escort. And women can always tell when you're not being real with them.
the worst thing you could do is to try and fake it, because you're a great guy, and you do have something to offer Allegra Cole that no other man does. But when all is said and done, tonight is not about Allegra.
It's not?
No, tonight is about Maggie, a woman's best friend who wants to sign off on all big relationship decisions. So you can't afford to mess this up. So tonight, when all is said and done, you focus on one thing and one thing only, Maggie. Now, generally I have a firm no dancing policy, but if she asks, you cannot say no.
I'm not worried about dancing, but if there are people there.
I'm sorry, I hate to be a stickler, but show me what you mean by you're not worried about it.
Trust me, you know what I'm gonna do. That's it, right there. See how it gets bigger? Now I'm gonna start the fire. I start the fire, I make the pizza. Like the hips are always going. Can't get enough hip. From there, the Q-tip. Q-tip. Throw it away. If that's not working, hit it with this.
Don't ever do that again, do you hear me?
Just expressing myself.
No, not like that. All right? This is where you live. You live right here. This is your home. Not none of this. Don't want to see none of that. Don't want no pizza. They got food there. Elbows, inches from the waist. Degree angles. All right, degree. Don't bite your lip. Stop it. Women relate dancing to sex. Even a great dancer can lose it with one of these.
Now that's what I need to be learning. Can't stop it. You cannot stop it. Next subject.
Get up.
Thanks.
Does this even look like a dance move to you?
Just expressing myself.
No, not like that. Not like that. See, you don't need to be like that ever again. Do you hear?
It's just one dance.
No, one dance, one look, one kiss, that's all we get, Albert. Just one shot to make the difference between happily ever after and, oh, he's just some guy who went to this one thing with once. All right?
No,
What?
you said kiss.
Is that a problem?
It's not a problem, but this is Allegra Cole.
8 out of 10 women believe that the first kiss tells them everything they need to know about a relationship. And trust me, she has definitely thought about it.
She has?
Of course she has, but she's not going to act on it, so it's no real big deal.
Alright, it's no big deal then.
It's a huge deal!
Huge.
Monumental! I need you to listen. You need to wrap your head around this. Tomorrow night, Allegra Cole will be having her first last kiss. Alright? So come on, show me what you got.
What do you mean?
Just show me how you would kiss it.
I wouldn't kiss you.
I'm not mean, I'm Allegra.
But you're really not, so...
Alright, Albert. End of the night, you're dropping me off at home. Show me the map.
I'm not comfortable with this.
God, Albert, I had such a wonderful time with you tonight.
How about those hints?
You see what I'm doing? This is a signal. I'm fiddling with my keys. A woman who doesn't want to kiss takes her keys out, puts them in the door, goes in the house. A woman who wants to kiss, she fiddles. I'm fiddling.
Alright, you have a good night now.
See what I'm doing?
Robbing me?
No, look. See, this is what most guys do. They rush in to take the kiss. But you're not most guys. Look. See, the secret to a kiss is to go 90% of the way and then hold.
For how long?
As long as it takes for them to come to the other 10.
Okay, 90% hold. Got it.
Alright, come on. Take it off. Look. It's your turn. Alright? Come on. I had such a wonderful time tonight, Albert.
I had a great time tonight too, Allegra. What's up?
I'm not feeling it.
What do you mean? I came 90%.
I'm not feeling like you really want it. Look, I'm Allegra Cole, the woman of your dreams. The woman whose green eyes are limpid pools of desire. Alright, Albert? Come on. Show me the magic. What the hell was that?
I'm showing you the magic.
No, I told you to go 90% of the way, and I go the other 10. Not for you to go the whole way. God, my mouth was open. Albert, you overeager son of
Other
a...
than that, how was it?
See,